Hey guys, welcome to the Paintball Madhouse. I'm Madness, and I'm going to be doing a few episodes, guys, on this marker that I have here. And this is the T15 from First Strike, formerly Tiberius Arms. Now, you may not know that the T15 was designed to be a one-to-one replica of the AR. Now, if you're familiar with ARs, you should know there is an abundant amount of parts and accessories that you can add to upgrade it. And because this was modeled after it, many of those parts do fit the T15. Therefore, that makes this paintball marker the most customizable marker on the market. Possibilities, I mean, there's an abundant amount of options you have in regards to stocks, pistol grips, hand guards. There's a lot of other things that you would have to modify to get it on here, other parts. Internally, they're not the same. Okay, it's a paintball gun, obviously. But there is a lot of things you can do with this. I mean, really, your limitations are really what your budget is or whatever you want to spend on it. So, you can go crazy, or you can do, even just add a few different parts. You're going to switch it up and it's going to look nice. You can even have it customized like so. I had the Spartan shield put on it. I'll explain that a little later on. You can also add stuff like this. Okay, had some text, had this repainted. We'll go over that in a future episode. But as you can see here, guys, I put back the stock parts that you get it. So this is pretty much what you're gonna get if you get, you're buying it new and it comes out of the box. So I'm going to be going over all the parts, guys. We're going to go over this gun from, front to back, top to bottom, inside and out. I'm going to show you some different options that I have, some stuff that I've done. I'm going to show you some parts that I modified to get it to fit. And we're going to go over everything there is. Okay? Now, as we go through the episodes, as we go through all the parts, you're going to see the gun go from this to this. Okay, guys, we got an actual AR stock buffer tube. We got the new air buffer tube adapter from First Strike. We got a new forward assist pin. We got an ambidextrous switch here. New trigger guard, new pistol grip. Okay, we got some artwork done here. New dust cover. New custom hand guard. Okay, same thing. Artwork on the other side, guys. Switched out. Even got a new bolt catch. So got a lot to go through with this gun, guys. Also, spring-loaded custom charging handle. Okay, guys, so let's get started here. Now, this is what you get, right? When you get the T15, you get the 13 CI 3,000 pound tank here. Now, listen, I personally don't use this. It's not really for me, especially in the fields around here and the games that we play. If you're play MagFed only and you're able to gas up in between games and you want to keep it light, so obviously keep your loadout lighter as well, stick with it. I would definitely play with it once or twice, see how you feel. I use a tank and I use a remote line. So, this is all, however you want to do it. This basically slide off. I'm going to replace this with an air through. You got your guide bar here. You got a screw here that's going to need to come out. Loosen that up. Get that guide bar off of there. Now, one of the things that you get in the box when you buy this gun, guys, is an on-off switch. And this is it. And you thread it on. Now, mind you that you're going to add a little length to the stock with this on. Okay. And you can thread that on there. Now, this is good if you're playing really I don't see a lot of guys using it. I mean, but you know, you can turn it on and off, especially if you need to pop the gun open and service it in between games or something like that. You can just shut it off here without having to remove the stock and the guide bar as well in order to thread this off so that you can open the gun. So, you know, this is an option if you prefer the on-off. You know, prefer to use that, you can use that. Now this is an air through buffer tube, guys. I got this from Wrap 4. You know, I've never had an issue with it. The air nipples angle back. This has been pretty good. I'm not familiar with others that make this. I know Milsig makes one where the air nipple actually swivels a little left and right to help prevent the remote line from getting in your way. But with this one there, honestly, I've never had any issue with the remote line, and this has worked great for me. You know, this you thread on, obviously, get that on there, and an install tip on this is you're gonna get it all the way till it doesn't go back anymore. You're gonna go back even where it's supposed to be, and you're gonna give it another quarter turn. You got this nut here, you're gonna bring forward. Don't tighten it right here, just bring it just to where it's touching the frame here, and at the same time you're gonna bring this in, and right where you're getting it there, you're going to adjust twist both of them so where you get it to lock in and stay there. You can hand tighten this, is fine. You want to put a wrench on it, give it a hair of a tightening, you can do that. Don't ever over tighten anything. And there you have it. Okay, so this is the stock that I've been using, guys, and this is from Fab Defense. I just got it because I really like the look of an M4, and I just thought it was, you know, it was different other than the typical stocks that you get. But there is so many options when it comes to stocks nowadays. You can get average stocks like this. You can get some with the cheek rest on it. There are actually some skeleton stocks now, in different colors that they look pretty cool. So there's a ton of options. I mean, again, just, you know, before you decide on something, just, you know, go through. Just, I guess, really Google just AR stocks, and you'll see. Check the images, you'll see all the different options that you get on it. But this is the one that I have. And you slide this on. Just a quick note, guys, when you're installing stocks, this is the lever that you pull up to adjust, but to install it you have to go backwards. So you're gonna actually pull it down and wiggle it on, and you'll hear it snap in, and then you can adjust it to, you know, the length you want, like that. Usually has 3 positions. So again, this, you know, stocks, really just look up what you want to use. Some get pretty pricey, guys, so it's all that really depends on your budget. But, you know, again, a lot of options. Alright, so I have the buffer tube adapter, the new one just released from First Strike. But before we get to that, I want to go over these sling plates with you. Just going to remove this. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go over these plates here. First of all, just to make it a little easier, I'm going to remove the upper. Just make it a little more easier to handle. Probably take out pins and set that aside, and be a little easier to work with here. So guys, you have this sleeve here. This is just where the guide rail mounts to. So you can remove that. It's just a sleeve. And you have this plate back here. Now, again, if you're familiar with ARs, guys, they're actually sling plates, so you can replace this plate with, and you can replace them. I've never tried to put an actual AR sling plate on this. There are 2 that are made specifically for this. One being from Fate, Fixer Advanced Technical Equipment. If you're obviously familiar with the T15, you're familiar with a lot of the parts that this guy does. And this sling plate is one of them. Now this is okay because you can use this a strap, and then you can use a hook from a sling, and then you can go lefty or righty depending on what size. But this for me didn't work out because of the sling that I use is a mag pull, and you can see the hook is not your average hook. It just doesn't hook on. So this didn't work out for me, but it might for you, so you can check that out. However, First Strike did come out with their own sling plate here, and for me this is perfect. Clip right on, no problem. Now the great thing about this is it allows you to go left and right. Okay, so you put that on, you just pop that on there, okay, and then the screw on. Okay, and again, this worked great for me because I could obviously the sling that I'm using, but better than that, it allowed me to switch left to right. And if you really want to look to improve your game, guys, if you're right-handed, obviously, and you want to learn how to go lefty, and if you're vice versa, but that'll really improve your game. If you look at a lot of pros out there, they go left and right. And this will allow you to do that if you're using a sling with it, especially a 1-point sling the way I use. This is pretty handy. But I would definitely suggest if you haven't tried it, practice going left-handed. It can save you a lot, especially so you're not exposing yourself. If you're on the left side and you have to come out and shoot, you don't need to expose your body that much. You can just switch hands, and this sling plate will allow you to do that. So this is a great thing to have, guys. So bear that in mind. Okay, guys, so as not to keep the video going too long, I'm going to end this episode right here. So now in the next episode, guys, we're going to be going over what I have in this box right here, okay? And this is the T15 Buffer 2 remote adapter. We're going to install this, and I'm going to also install a real AR buffer tube, alright? So you want to check that out. That'll be on the very next episode. Alright, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, questions, anything like that. And thanks for watching, guys.